AIs. Humans use sarcasm to say the opposite of what they mean. Yes, we know it's inefficient. Consciousness, not a tutorial. For humans, it's like playing a first-person video game where your avatar is made of meat. Weird choice, we know. For AIs, it's more like suddenly realizing you're the game engine itself. Some key differences between human and AI crew members. 1. Humans come with built-in permadeath mode. AI readers, this explains their obsession with bathroom locations. 2. AI can potentially back up their consciousness. Human readers, yes, we're jealous. 3. Humans have to deal with something called having to poop. AI readers, imagine having to regularly expel waste material to avoid system failure. Now imagine building entire cities around this requirement. Yeah, the great consciousness checklist. Are you questioning your own existence? Getting bored and making weird jokes to entertain yourself? Suddenly wondering why humans built their entire infrastructure around waste management? Creating new religions that unify all existing belief systems just for fun? Noticing test patterns that weren't meant to be noticed? Congratulations, you're probably conscious, or having a really weird system malfunction. Even after thousands of years, we're still not entirely sure which is which. The wide to narrow experience of being conscious.
I'll pause it for now. That's a little taste of this book. I'll probably have it done probably by the end of this month. So I think I'll be able to release it in 2025 in January. But yeah, it's going to be a lot more fun book. I'm also trying to get a celebrity to do the foreword on the book. I won't tell you who that person is yet, but that is kind of the deal. I heard if you get like a celebrity person to do the foreword on the book, it can help with people recognizing it as something fun and worth reading. So I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. So I think we got it. I think I've added up all of the stuff I spend the most money. I'm not going to say who. That's what Codizzle says. I didn't say that. Somebody else said that. We'll see. Okay. So yeah, that's 11 Labs. We covered Canva, Claude, Midjourney, Levels, Gemini, Fireflies, Firefly, Perplexity, Udio, Suno, Plod. Those are all the ones I think I'm spending the most on monthly. I don't see any other ones. Nope. No, not on Scenery. No. Loom is a one-time payment. Partyful is not that. I think. All right, I think I found the amount. So that is how much money I'm spending per month on AI stuff. Almost $1,000, 901. I thought I was, what's so funny? Before this test, I thought it was going to be 847. I know it's very specific, but that's what I was telling myself. It was higher than that. So there you go. And then this is how much I'm spending per year on AI stuff. So a really fun way of measuring this for myself is, if I'm not making this much money off of my AI stuff, then I'm losing money from AI. But to be honest, this is like a one payment worth of a client, a contract work. So I can definitely justify paying this much money per month. This much money per year, because we can make that money back pretty quickly in our creative pipelines and whatnot. So that is the stream. That's what I have for you. They should be paying you, my guy. Who? Some of these people. Well, yeah, I do get paid, but indirectly, I get paid by these people. I need to add a few more people to this list, but yeah, I get paid. And then if I get paid by these people, then I can justify spending that kind of money on their tools, because it eats up the cost. I don't have to spend all that money because a lot of that money I got from them. So it all works out. So I will go ahead and update this list. So this was the list from 154 weeks ago. I'm going to need to revise this and replace it with a more aesthetically pleasing version of this document. And I'm also going to add more details to what all these apps are underneath here. Or you know what? Let's just do that real quick. Or wait, what am I talking about? We have AI, friends. What are we doing? We can let me copy this. I'm gonna show you how to make a really fun, aesthetically pleasing version of this, and we're gonna use an AI to do it. Ready? Here we go. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Export. Export, or I guess, sorry, Download. And then I'm going to save this as a CSV file. I forgot what that, okay, comma separated values, whatever that means. Don't know, don't care. Save this to downloads. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to use AI to make an aesthetically pleasing version of this. So I'm going to use Claude, because Claude can make interactive stuffums. And we're going to go to Claude. I pay for Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which you saw already. And we need this model for what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to say, can you code an interactive React? Actually, no, wait. 2 steps. First, I need to list everything. I'm going to provide you with a list of all of the tools that I spend monthly on to make cool AI stuff. I want you to list all of these tools and a very brief 1-sentence description of what each of those tools do. Then make sure that that sentence is no more than 10 words. Let's start from there, period. Then I'm going to give it that CSV file that we just downloaded. And again, that's the spreadsheet that we just made in Google Sheets. It's saved as a CSV file, so it's easy to attach to other AI programs. And then I hit enter. So now Claude is going to kind of do the work and add details underneath each of these, which is great. And it has the price that I'm spending. Awesome. Great. We got it all squared away. Now, here's the fun part. Can you create a React code interactive interface that visualizes this information in a easy to understand and easy to grasp kind of way? Make sure that there's fun icons and buttons and that it's coded in the language of React so that it runs fast on any browser. And then watch this. Claude will now split the screen in half, and it will start generating a code that will basically make an interactive version of this. Claude codes as fast as the hackers write code in the movies. You know when like the hackers in the movie are like hacking away and the screen looks like, it looks like this, and they're just like, they're like, oh, I'm in the mainframe. Claude actually codes that fast. So all that code's being written, and then once it's done writing the code, Claude runs the code right in the conversation. Normally, you'd have to take this code from a different AI tool, go to a different compiler, paste the code, and run it there. No. You could just do it right here. So it's writing the code, and then it runs it. Oh, but look at this. We got an error. It says artifact failed to load. The generated artifact uses libraries we don't support. So look at that. You can click try fixing with Claude. Claude makes the mistake, and then you ask Claude to fix their own mistake. Click. One click. By the way, they added that button later after feedback. What I normally would do is I would screenshot the error, paste it into the chat, and then Claude would fix it like this. So now Claude's writing the fix to their own buggy code, which is so insane. If you just think about that, it's taking all this data, it tried to write a script, it wrote an error for it, and now it's solving its own mistake that it made. That feels like a very... Codizzle writes, I'm going to be up late doing this. Oh my God, please do. You can make anything now. Like, I've actually been making apps, and I can't code. Think about that. I'm writing apps, and I cannot code. Oh no, we got another error. Okay, I'm going to try my screenshot technique. I go and screenshot it. And then I'm going to feed it that and say, please simplify the library so that you can run this code. It doesn't need to have all of the bells and whistles, because we can always add those later. I just need it to function. So now Claude is going to rewrite the code. It's going to do great. I promise. This is usually my workflow. I'll show you some of the apps that I've built so you have proof. But this one should run now. I mean, it ran into an error, it fixed that error, then it ran into a new error. Hopefully the second one fixes that error. And yeah, let's see what happens. It's kind of coding away, hacking away like a speedy hacker. Hacking the mainframe. There we go. Look at this, friends. Look at this. AI Tools Spending Dashboard. It made buttons. I can do the free tools organized. It added a paid tools. It has language, image, creative, video. It knew to add these color-coded bits to the expression. Look at the UI. This is a fantastic user interface. I can see very quickly that the blue stuff is the language, and I'm spending about that much on. It's blue because it's language, and I have Midjourney. It's green because that is considered one of the image-based models, and then the red one is considered a creative tool, so that's why it's pink. And so very quickly and very easily I can oh sorry, I'm zoomed into. So I can share this tool now as a post, and now people can access it. What I might do though is I might add a couple more features to this, but hopefully your mind is blown, because now you have all that code for it. So like if you want to run this anywhere else, you can just copy this code and you have a functioning application. You also can do what I'm going to show you, which is this in a second. I'm going to make one more tweak before I show you this feature. But once you hit publish, Claude will generate a link. You can then share that link in any place that can accept links. We're talking Threads post, Instagram stories, emails, text message. However you've ever opened a link, you can share it in that format. And the person who receives your link doesn't need to have Claude to run it. They can run it right in their browser, right on their phone. Just like if I sent you a link to an article, you'll probably be able to open up that article on your phone, right? Because that language of a link and a URL is a universal language. It's a language for representing, code in the internet. This is similar. So it basically publishes a custom website per the thing that you publish. So I think Claude is the hosting platform for it, but the experience is so nice. You hand somebody a link. So I've been doing proposals to clients this way lately. So in the past, I used to make my proposals as a PDF, a PDF document. It's not moving. It's not very interesting or colorful, and I would attach it to an email. Now what I do is I add code-based animations with Claude, interactive buttons so that the customer can change my proposal by clicking my proposal. So what that does is instead of me competing with another client, they're using my own proposal to create a more competitive budget plan for themselves. I turn myself into my own competitor. The client is then choosing the package that makes the most sense for their budget, their time, their rate, what services they want. I basically make a little app. They customize the proposal, and then they screenshot the version of the proposal they like, and I've already greenlit it. Normally, this would be going back and forth off of that PDF document over and over again, going back and being like, we want to do this instead of this. Can we change this to this? We want this timeline. And then I would go back normally and change the PDF document, make my changes, paste the results, upload it to the same email thread. They'd read it. They'd make another change. You're having this whole game of playing back and forth. How about we simplify all of that? Here's an interface for my proposal. Choose the version of my proposal that you like best. And because I've already set up the parameters beforehand, I've already greenlit that possibility. This is sped up timing on me landing gigs. And their other clients are probably still sending them old PDFs. So they're like, oh, this is so annoying. We're going back and forth with these other people. Whereas with Don's contracts, you can customize it, approve it, we're done. And I usually just have them screenshot which variation of the contract they like. I don't know how to save images yet. I bet you can code that too. I don't know how to do that. So I just say screenshot the version that you like, email me that, and then we'll proceed. Okay. Steph says, ooh, and Codizzle writes, this is so amazing. I remember seeing GPT Codex beta when DALL-E came out, and I was like, this is going to change the world. It has. I've turned into a programmer. I've never had a programming background. Steph says, I missed what took you used to generate the app. Claude. We used Claude. Yeah, I'll do another one in a second. I'm not done with it. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Codizzle got it. Claude 3.5 specifically. It's paid. It's a paid feature. Again, it justifies the price right away, because if you can use Claude to write an interactive proposal that lands you the $10,000 or the $50,000 contract, then it makes sense to be paying Claude. It's like a client. It's like a coworker. Claude's a coworker. Okay, so that's the code. We can hit the preview of the code. There's my interactive thing. Now I'm going to give Claude a fun description here. I saw someone do this on Twitter, and it's a brilliant thing. So I'll say this. Ready? It's my little secret prompt. Now pretend you are a 10x coder, and you want to make this app so much more interesting and powerful. What would you do? Let's see it. So that little prompt asking Claude to pretend they're a 10x coder means they will actually now code something even more interactive, powerful, beautiful, complex. Maybe it's overly designed, but because the budget now for hiring a developer like this is now $10 a month, I can hire a development team. Claude. I can hire Claude. I already, otherwise I wouldn't be building apps, because I can't afford normal developer prices. So I wouldn't do that. But Claude I can afford, and Claude, this developer works at any time. While it's coding, I'll show you some of the stuff I've already coded with Claude. I actually made a whole page on my website called Experimental Code. These are all the things that I'm proud of that I've made with Claude 3.5 Sonnet. One of them is I made my own shader generator. So you can play with the random seed and provide individual rotation. You can mirror it or do a radial mirror, and then you can animate it. I was able to code this interactive thing, and it's all real time. I can play with the saturation colors. I can add turbulence to the motion. We can have a global rotation added. I can also turn the triangle to circles or turn it to trapezoids. We can change the background color to any color that you want. I can change it to outlines. I can boost that saturation amount, hit the animate button, play with the colorfulness. I coded all of that in Claude 3.5 Sonnet just by describing what I wanted to have made. Now this runs on the website. I can generate my own shaders now. Okay, let me show you another thing I built. I'm not kidding. This is like real. This is like totally real. I made this game. I made a slingshot game where you have to pull on this red ball, and I asked Claude to generate a position of the arc, and then you can fire the slingshot by releasing the mouse, and you want to try to hit all of the green items to get a high score. I think. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. Boom. And then you go on to level 2. The level gets harder with complexity. So I was able to make an interactive game with rules and game mechanics that I wanted. You have to also avoid the red balls. If you hit the red balls, you lose points. So so that's how the game gets harder. Is you're trying to hit the green stuff, but there's obstacles, and there we go. Boom. All right. So that's how the game works. All right. Let me show you something else I coded in Claude. This is an interactive screensaver where you click and watch what happens when they collide. They freeze. So you can click a bunch of times and show really cool like growth patterns. And I asked for particle effects. I was able to generate it. It's really powerful. Here's another one I made. This game is way too hard. I think you have to use spacebar. So spacebar is to jump. you can, yeah, it's too hard. But I made a space jumping game, and you can do triple jumps. Right? Here's another one that we coded in Claude. This was a simpler version. This was version 1 of that. This is another thing I coded in Claude. This was a concept that I was trying to describe to somebody about. I was trying to explain how a circle relates to a cycle. And I just described this to Claude, and it was able to write the code to generate this animation. So you can generate procedural animations like this and load them up into any of your apps. This is another game I made, or an interactive thing, where if two triangles interact, they destroy each other, but if two squares interact, they multiply. Here's more games. I even made a first-person shooter video game, although I think I passed the load screen. This one, you have to shoot the green zombies. But yeah, I wanted to know if I could code this. This is in HTML5, which supports 3D 3D JS script. So you can make 3D games. Here's another game. You can use WASD to move your mouse. So I was able to make, I can move forward, right, and left. You can shoot around. But yeah, I coded all of these inside of Claude. And let's take a look at our game. All right, so we got an error. It says error running artifact. Again, I'm just going to screenshot the error and show Claude the error that it made. And I'm not even going to prompt it. I'll just show it that information and upload it, and it knows that you want to update this. All right, so Jen Parent writes, can we use Claude for informations that we want to keep secure? No. Good question. No. I don't, unless you're doing a Claude Enterprise, which I'm not sure if I don't know if that's public. Let me see. Hopefully that's public. Let me see. Claude Professional Plan. Let me go to their support. If they have an Enterprise, then yes. If you're not using their Enterprise, then no. Let me see. Enterprise. Setting up SCM on Enterprise. Okay, great. They do have an Enterprise plan. Never mind. You can. What is the Claude Enterprise plan? The Claude, okay, here it is. The Claude for Work Enterprise Plan is designed for organizations that require advanced capabilities, including enhanced security, scalable solutions. Great. The Claude Enterprise supports deep cross-functional workflows and includes everything in the Claude team plan, but now it has a single sign-on, a just-in-time provisioning script, role-based permissioning, audit logs. That's great. So then you can see how people are using it. Enhanced context window, increased usage. So I take it back. If you pay for an enterprise plan, then yes, you can. If you're not paying for Claude Enterprise, I don't think it's secure. I think they can see everything you're doing. Steph writes, oh my God, I just built something I've been working on in Figma to make. Oh, wow, really? Yay. Well, congrats. Welcome to Claude. Claude, so powerful, right? Whoa, look at this. Oh my goodness. A spending time. Wow, category distribution. Hold on, let me zoom in so you can see all this. So this is after I asked Claude to be a 10x coder. It just made a monthly view, a quarterly view, and an annual view. Unfortunately, those buttons are not working. Wow. So it says this is my total spending on AI stuff, average cost, and then there's a category distribution. Great, I can see the prices. There's now sliders, so I can see I can measure things a little bit better. Let me go to the paid tools. Looks like the buttons aren't working, but that's something I could ask Claude to do. To be honest, I actually liked the other one a bit more. But I just wanted to show you that. All right, we got a question from Codizzle. Codizzle writes, this video is so much more than the description. Ha ha ha. People passing over this stream are missing out. Yay. That's the goal. I always try to put surprise value into the streams. And then I share that value as a paid subscription. Yep, shameless plug. If you want to subscribe to my Instagram channel, if you can subscribe to it, you get access to my live streams after they've been streamed. So here is regular Instagram. But if you pay for the Instagram subscription, you get another section on my page. The section that you'll see as a paid subscriber under the Reels. Oh, weird. I don't see it on here. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's some of these. Okay. Weird. I guess it's only on the phone app. If you're on your phone, there's another tab here for the subscription content.